And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Chavez is right there, one down. Big Daddy Dick will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Counts 1-0.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Pulled toward right center field. Chavez will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full, and we are tied 2-2. Well, runs at something of a premium here in this matchup, so it doesn't make it quite as hard to find our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the Omaha Storm Chasers and the Reno Aces. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. EK, any thoughts?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's been hitting the cover off the ball lately, batting over .350 in the last 10.
Set to get his evening at the plate started. Big Daddy Dick batting just a notch below .300 so far on the season. First delivery to him on the way. This is swung on and popped up, crossing into foul territory now behind third. Cuthbert is over, and he tucks it away for the second out. And with that, here's the alignment for the Storm Chasers on D. It's brought to us by Big Daddy Dick in now. Hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike one. Not able to hold on there as he swings through a pitch in the dirt, and it doesn't look good for him now. Down 0-2.
Oh, and I like that he went right back to that curveball there.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half. We played 4 full, all tied at 1-1. Billy Wesson will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. Hits this one hard the other way. Fielded cleanly. On to first, a double play.
Now batting, the first baseman, Cody Decker.
Big Daddy Dick will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Into the windup and the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun.
Yeah, he's still got that good movement on the 2-seamer. He's been throwing it well all night long.
Lifted in the air to center field. Torres has a beat on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. 8th inning coming up. All tied at 1-1. Stepping in, Joey Grant, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
Grounded to short. He's got it. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Home half of the 8th. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. The Storm Chasers are victorious here, 2-1. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Tonight it's the 3rd of this 4-game weekend series between the Omaha Storm Chasers and the Reno Aces. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
Well, I've never seen a team that's so inconsistent. I mean, they're dead last in average. They don't seem to hit much, so they're going to have to find some way to get some consistency in that lineup if they have any chance at all.
David Warren will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's got a pretty good strikeout-to-walk ratio, 3-1. We'll see if that holds true in this one.
Big Daddy Dick will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run.
You know, guys, we all know that those kind of games are going to happen in this sport. It's a tough game out there, no matter who you are. But the good ones are able to put that day behind you and go out and focus on the next game.
Throw on to first, 2 gone. Well, now that we have a chance, here's the alignment for the... Big Daddy Dick stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Big Daddy Dick.
There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0.
That's just another cut fastball, trying to work that thing back to the outside corner. But he's not getting that call right now, nor is he getting guys to chase it.
Chavez has a read on it, and that ends the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Big Daddy Dick will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Hit high and deep to right center. Chavez racing back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center as they move on top 4-0. And guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home Topps Player of the Game honors in this one.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
A wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The Aces are wild. They win it 4-0. Good night, everybody.
Our final line score. First for the victorious Reno Aces. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Storm Chasers, no runs, 3 hits, no errors.
MLB The Show's tour of the minor leagues continues as we make a stop in the 16-team Pacific Coast League. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Omaha Storm Chasers and the Reno Aces. Sammy Chavez will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. Swinging a ball line hard towards short. But this will be taken in out there at short, and that's the first out of the inning. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What's the key for them if they want to split this series? Travis Snider will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. To short. To his left. Dick. Throw to first is in time to take care of Snider, and there are 2 away now. And with a quick breather here, let's check out the Reno D. Big Daddy Dick comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Big Daddy Dick.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Eric, our visitors as they take the field following a scoreless top half.
And they'll end up splitting the series.
A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Big Daddy Dick will stand in here with 2 on. And now, following the walk, and
maybe a little. I wouldn't be too worried just yet. He's shown the ability to bounce.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with. So stepping in, number 53, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Hit the other way out toward right field. Snider is there, makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And this will get into the books as a sac fly and an RBI, and we are tied at 2. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and Andres Quinones steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3, and we are tied 4-4. Big Daddy Dick will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Here comes the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Chavez over to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out. Big Daddy Dick gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Dick.
Swing and a looper to left. Wesson has a play. 2 gone. Big Daddy Dick gets a great opportunity to drive in some runs and add to this lead, but the double play is in order. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. To the right side. Did he get it through? He did. It's into right. A base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 9-7 contest.
Nice job right there hitting with the runner in scoring position. He just gets out in front and yanks his ball right through the hole. And that'll score that runner easily from third base.
Kurt Wells stands in looking to turn this narrow lead into a wide one if he can come through with a big base hit here.
Yeah, Matt, but conversely, if the man on the mound can get out of this jam, he'll keep this a very tight game. Big moment right here.
Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third. Phil Gosselin comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. So they do get 3 that inning. That's the good news. The bad news is they leave. Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including...
MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight we get the week started with the first of 4 between the Reno Aces and the New Orleans Zephyrs. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Big Daddy Dick will stand in now. 2 hits and 5 trips for him in yesterday's ball game.
Well, guys, 1 good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. Now a long throw home, and he is in there.
Boy, what a great start to this series here in the first inning. On the road, you'd love to give your pitcher a little something to work with out there. And he's going to have a lead now before he even throws his first pitch.
Joaquin Arias will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Well, his numbers have been kind of ugly for the entire season, but guess what? Over his last 10 games, he's hitting over 400.
Boy, not close again. His 3rd walk of the inning as that misses for ball 4.
This is where you can get a sense for a young guy's character out there. You know, okay, he got...
Chris Herman will dig in for the first time now. He's got that average up nearing the 340 mark to begin play.
And he's off to a great start to the surprise of many. You know, scouts don't consider him to be a great hitter, but maybe he's finally figured something out.
Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Aces on top, 1-0. Warren Guzman will stride forward now, looking to keep that hit streak alive. Currently it's 6 games entering play. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Chopped weakly to the left. Dick is up with it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. Reno leads it 1-0. Striding into the box, Robbie Stewart, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Set to deliver the 0-1. To short. Dick gloves it. Throw on to first, 2 gone. With a moment now, let's check out the Reno D. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs
Big Daddy Dick stands in following an RBI single his first time through.
Yeah, and so far that's been the only real offense in this game. Good pitching we're seeing so far.
And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. Right side. He's got it. To second for 1. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
Yeah, that's good hustle getting down the line. A double play could have really put the brakes on this rally, but he's able to beat it out on the back end just to keep things going here.
Joaquin Arias is into the box, reached base via the walk in his first appearance. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Ball's there, and he is out trying to take second. Good throw.
Well, with 1 away in the inning, they're thinking they'd like to get a second runner into scoring position. And that was wishful thinking because a good throw takes care of him trying to steal second.
Miguel Rojas stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Hit to short. Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. 3 innings complete, all tied at 1-1. In now, Rick Garner. He got called out on strikes his last time through. 2 out, nobody on. Grounded to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. Big Daddy Dick stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up.
And you know what? You don't need anything special from him right here. You just need to find a way to move a guy up 90 feet. Could be a good time for a sac bunt.
Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
So I've got to think this is a lack of communication right here. I don't know if he heard an "I got it" or what, but this should be an easy pop out. Instead, he doesn't even get leather on it.
Joaquin Arias stands in. He got under 1 and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Fastball here.
I think it has to be. You're licking your chops if you're the hitter. 3-1. You can't walk the bases loaded. Bail and wail.
On the ground to the right side. He'll get to this one deep in the hole. Spin throw gets him at first. A great play there as runners do move up to second and third. Chris Herman will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Sent on the ground out to second. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, but they wind up leaving 2. Last half of the 5th coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Miguel Rojas comes to the plate here, and we'll see how they play it with that leadoff man on base.
Yeah, and in this situation, you've got to move that runner to second any way you can. So we're going to see how they decide to play it right here.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Big Daddy Dick gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Big Daddy.
And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now.
Boy, he might be pressing his luck a little now. That's 2 straight pitches right down the middle.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 1-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounded up the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So nothing happening this time around. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark, and we are tied 2-2. Big Daddy Dick steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Counts 1-0.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. That evens it up 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Gillespie is there, and he'll bring this one in. And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award?
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Aces are wild. They win it. Now on your home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show has coverage from the AAA Pacific Coast League. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Reno Aces and the New Orleans Zephyrs. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the number 3 spot. He's having a really nice season with the bat, sporting a slugging percentage over 500, so there's a good chance he'll have some sort of impact offensively in this one.
Victor Vega, the Dominican left-hander, will get the nod to start here. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, one of the areas where he's fared real well, when he gets into jams, he's able to get out of them. He has not allowed a lot of hits.
Big Daddy Dick will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night.
Dick.
To short, hit hard. In time to first, and there are two away. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's got to be licking his lips knowing he's facing a lefty pitcher because he is sporting a batting average against southpaws.
At the plate, Big Daddy Dick. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Swung on and chopped to first. Guzman is right there. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Zephyrs lead it 5-1. Robbie Stewart takes into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
To short. Dick fields it cleanly. And he's retired here, one away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Big Daddy Dick will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, left fielder.
Big Daddy Dick strides in, grounded out his last time through.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Looped out toward third. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, they are really sticking it to him right here. That's the 5th hit he's coughed up in this inning alone, and you got to believe that that leash is getting a little bit shorter with each passing batter.
Peter O'Brien will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
The second for 1, on to first, and talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. New Orleans is out in front, 8-4. Rick Garner will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Nobody out, runner on first. Line to the right side. And he'll take it to the bag for the out, and there's your unassisted double play.
Well, not much you can do there. As a runner, you want to get a good bouncing lead off of first, but with the first baseman holding, once he fields it, forget it.
Antonio Flores stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Hit to short. Dick has it. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his 3rd hit tonight.
And when things are going well, these are the little things that just seem to start going your way. Nothing too amazing here, but this winds up an infield single, and the breaks just keep going their way.
Now to the plate, Big Daddy Dick. He singled his last time up.
Big Daddy Dick.
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he was trying to do something dramatic right there, but when you think about it, at this point in the ball game, all you need is base runners.
Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Oh, we got some life here now in the 9th inning. First and second now, and hey, one more base runner. You're going to bring the tying run to the plate. And we've seen stranger things.
Peter O'Brien will stand in now, and hey, give these guys credit. They're not going down without a fight.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
Two down, runners at first and second. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Guzman is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, I think this one was pretty much over before it started. That huge first inning rally put this one out of reach right from the get-go.
A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he was a thorn in their side all game long. You'll see there he winds up with a 3-hit ball game, and a couple of those were key hits that helped lead his guys to victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show.
On 13 hits.
The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the Reno Aces and the New Orleans Zephyrs. It's baseball. Big Daddy Dick will get his first shot here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. And he'll get back in safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. EK, you take a look at our homestanding 9 as they enter play here this evening. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And after the way this series started for them, if they could get out of here with a split, you bet they sign up for that. That was an important win for these guys yesterday, so they'll look to make it 2 in a row here.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
Batting fifth, catcher, Chris Herman.
Here you go. Let's check this out in show motion. Well, look at him pick up that front leg, bring it down to get set, and then bang! Right down the left field line. That's a great look there.
Chris Herman will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Trying to escape unscathed here in the first. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So they get to him for a couple of hits in the inning here, but they've got nothing to show for it. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. Cole Gillespie will stand in now as we take a look there at his splits between April and May. Grounded to short, to his left. And he's retired 1 away. And with that, let's check out the Reno D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best fielding teams in the league. They can go out and get the ball as well as anybody in all of baseball. Makes pitching a lot easier.
At the plate, Big Daddy Dick. He reached on a single in his first try.
Big Daddy Dick.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Gillespie ranging back, and just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. The tag, and he is called out trying for two. Bad decision.
Now batting, catcher, Chris Herman.
Big Daddy Dick stands in. He was hosed at second trying to stretch a base hit into a double in his last at-bat.
You know what? I'm not sure if that was on him or the first base coach, but it obviously didn't work out. It took a good throw to get him, though.
Oh, that one got the pitcher. And they are able to get the out at first, but more importantly, let's hope he's okay on the mound. Cole Gillespie steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Grounded to the right. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, now we see a visit from the pitching coach, and he might be giving him a challenge out there. Something like, this is where you show me what you're made of out here. Now, I'm trusting in you that you'll work out of this, so don't let me down.
Robbie Stewart digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Drilled on the ground is short. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the recovery is too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
And you're just not going to get a better double play ball than this one. He's in perfect position, but then I think his hands got started a little bit before the ball got to him. The old saying, be quick, but don't hurry. This one's going to wind up a very costly error.
Big Daddy Dick will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And another base hit as this is through into center, and they're in business now to start the 8th.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his 3rd hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
Chris Herman will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
One there.
Yeah, that's good hustle getting down the line. A double play could have really put the brakes on this rally, but he's able to beat it out on the back end just to keep things going here.
Stepping in, Big Daddy Dick. He'll look to keep it going, 3 for 4 so far in the ballgame. First delivery to him on the way. Smoke toward the hole. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
Boy, these fans will be happy to see this guy leave town, that's for sure. He has absolutely eaten him up here in this series. He delivers again.
Chris Herman strides to the plate with 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run over at first base.
Yeah, and the key here is don't try to do too much. At least move the line and get it to the next guy. It's not really easy to score a guy from first all in one swing.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the... Gary Friedrich will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first, and we are going to the 11th inning. So no runs here, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Big Daddy Dick. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Hit hard toward the right side. But they'll just get the one out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
Now batting, catcher.
Miguel Rojas digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second.
Well, no complaints on this end, guys. You've got to love any game that's this tight, this late.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Dick is there. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Cole Gillespie steps in, looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game.
Well, anytime you can put together a 3-hit game, you're doing something right out there, and we'll see if he can pull it off.
Hit to short. Backhanded. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Take a quick walk to keep the blood surging. Big Daddy Dick will stand in now to start the 14th, and I don't know about you guys, but it's getting past my bedtime.
Yeah, I'm with you. How about a few runs? Yeesh.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. High pop-up. Garner is there for it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, catcher.
Miguel Rojas stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. To short, hit hard. Dick. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting,
And a very good performance offensively for this bunch, but out of everyone, I think we should single out this fellow right here as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The Zephyrs win this thing 7-6. Good night, everybody.
our final line score.
And welcome back, everybody. Matt Vasgersian prepping you for tonight's AAA PCL action. But before we get to the ball game, let's have a look at the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Big Daddy Dick is in the glow, and he's coming off a very nice game in which he racked up 4 hits and just looked dialed in at the plate.
Yeah, anytime you get yourself 4 base knocks in a game, you're doing something right. You might have gotten a couple of gifts in terms of good pitches to hit, but, you know, it's not about the pitches you get, it's what you do with them. And from what I saw, balls were flying all over the yard off his bat. That performance was big for his team, and I'm sure they're hoping he can do it again in this one.
All right. MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Reno Aces and the Round Rock Express. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, I'll be keeping an eye on what that leadoff hitter can do in this one. He is such a clutch hitter for this ball club. His average with runners in scoring position is up over 400 on the year, so expect him to cash in if he gets a chance.
Big Dad swings and misses at that one. It's strike 1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Tata backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-hole hitter. His on-base percentage is over 400 the last 10 ball games. He's done an excellent job of finding ways to contribute.
Big Daddy Dick will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2.
He's out.
The second for 1. On to first. A double play.
Boy, not an easy play out there by any stretch. He's got to hit the shortstop in stride while avoiding that runner who's directly in his path. But he's able to put a good throw right on the bag, and they wind up turning the double play.
Big Daddy Dick will dig in. He's flown out and hit into a double play in 2 trips. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Last half of the 5th coming up. Big Daddy Dick will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Line drive to left. The catch is made. Here comes the go-ahead run for the plate, but it is not in time as they take the lead here in the late going.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't sure they were going to send him on that ball. This was hit awfully hard, but they decide to roll the dice and take a chance to score him, and it's going to wind up paying off.
Big Daddy Dick stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Lifted into the air out towards center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right. Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was a thorn in their side all game long. You'll see there, he winds up with a 3-hit ball game, and a couple of those were key hits that helped lead his guys to victory.
6 runs on 12.
Now on your home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show has coverage from the AAA Pacific Coast League. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Reno Aces and the Round Rock Express. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Big Daddy Dick will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, baseball can be a humbling game. Yesterday wasn't a good day for him, but over the season, he's hitting over 300.
Fly ball into straightaway left. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So they get to him for a couple of hits in the inning here, but they've got nothing to show for it. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. So stepping in, number 23, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And that's a swinging strike three in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 2 left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. And Round Rock is out in front, 3-1. Big Daddy Dick will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with 1 away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. 2-0.
The first 2 pitches here, they're both down. They know that he's trying to get something in the air, try to get a sacrifice fly, so they're going to make it as difficult for him as possible.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. That's lifted the other way out to left. Macias giving chase. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And the go-ahead runs in to score on the sac fly, as this is now a 4-3 ball game.
Well, nobody's going to confuse this guy with Miguel Cabrera.
Big Daddy Dick will stand in. One of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Pulled toward right center field. Danks is in pursuit, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. The runner scores from second, and a relay home. And not in time as the second run scores.
Well, this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole out there on the mound. This is all his own fault. And both of those runners are going to come around to score on what works out to be a 2-run triple.
Nick Ahmed digs in now with 2 already home and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away.
Well, runs often come in bunches, Matty, and we're going to have to see if that's the case right here. They've got a chance at a big inning.
On the ground to the right side. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
2 runs already home, and now you can make it 3 as he comes through with a simple ground ball with a runner on third to drive him in.
Big Daddy Dick gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Danks has a beat on it, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Bottom part of the order. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his bullpen in the 9th, but still, 8 strong innings for him. He was hitting his spots all game long.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Aces are wild. They win it 7-3. So long, everybody.
8 men on base.
Now from a Memorial Day get-together for you here at the ballpark between the Reno Aces and the Round Rock Express. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, I'm excited to see if that man hitting sixth can keep it going. He's got a great matchup in this game facing a left-handed pitcher. His batting average against southpaws is way up over 350, so numbers don't lie. He feasts on guys like this.
Big Daddy Dick is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. EK, as we take a look at our home nine as they take the field here this afternoon, it was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
Boy, that's an ideal start to the afternoon right here. If nothing else, you want to let this pitcher know that you mean business. And I think this is going to get his attention.
Kurt Wells will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
0-1, here's the pitch. Softly on a line to third. And this will be no problem over at third, and there's the first out. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, I think you better look out for that cleanup hitter. He's been working on a 5-game hit streak.
Bobby Wilson gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounded to short. Dick ranges. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. We'll go now to the top of the third, and we are tied 0-0. Big Daddy Dick will stand in. He doubled to open up the ball game.
Yeah, he was just sitting on that changeup. Pretty obvious there. Can't imagine they're going to try and do it to him again.
Lifted the other way out to left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. Big Daddy Dick will dig in. 1 for 2, including a double back in the first. Into the windup and the pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
This guy's been amazing. He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 80% of the batters he faced, and we're in the middle innings now, so you know he's doing well.
Grounded up the first baseline. Gund is right there, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, left fielder.
Striding in to start the 9th, Big Daddy Dick, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And that is into left field, so the leadoff man's aboard to kick off the 9th.
Yeah, that's his second hit so far.
Kurt Wells will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. He probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
Danks will settle under it to make the play for the first. Phil Gosselin gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Casilla on the move. He makes the running play. 2 down. The relay throw. On to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Well, we talked about how they needed a good outing out of this guy, and he gave them that and even more, finishing off the complete game victory.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And guys, a good outing on the mound for the man you see right there, the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award.